This is the future of home audio. These are the KEF LSX wireless speakers. No amplifier required, just a power source and also a source for your audio, and that could be a streaming service. It could even be something like your television or set-top box. This really is the future of audio, and during my testing of the KEF LSX, I can wholeheartedly say that if you're looking to put these by your television as your main speakers, this is a much better option than buying a soundbar. So what exactly are the KEF LSX? Well, this is a pair of powered speakers. They connect wirelessly to a whole range of different sources. I've been testing these with a streaming service. They work with many other services. I've been using them with Spotify, and the audio quality is absolutely superb. What I didn't expect was them to perform so well when using them with my television. Now, admittedly, as you can see on your screen now, this isn't the optimal position for everyone, but I experimented with having these on stands either side of the telly, or just hiding them behind the telly and firing them outwards, and they sounded absolutely superb, so they remained in that position. Now, I was going in via the 3.5mm auxiliary input on the back of the main speaker, but you can also connect to them via Bluetooth and also wirelessly via Wi-Fi, and streaming via the likes of Spotify or another service, of course, is absolutely amazing. The audio is superb. Now, they come supplied with a really cool remote control, which you can see sitting just here, and it's a very, very nice, aesthetically pleasing remote control, as are the speakers. And this gives you access to switching between the various modes, putting the volume up and down, track switching, etc. And of course, powering the speakers on or off. And then using the mode button allows you to switch between Wi-Fi mode, and you've also got access to Bluetooth, auxiliary input and the optical input. The controls on here are replicated via the KEF app, which is available in the Google Play Store or indeed on iOS. And this allows you to further set up the speakers and tailor the sound to your particular needs. You can input where the speakers are positioned, how close they are to the edge of the table, how close they are to the wall, and it actually tailors the sound and makes the sound signature sound really superb. Now let's take a look at the two speakers. On the front, they look exactly the same. One of them has an active LED, which gives you that status feedback, and they also have the driver on the front, which is absolutely superb. KEF do such an amazing job of tuning their speakers and their cabinets to really produce an amazing sound. If we turn these around, you can see that they both have a power input for the power cable to go to your main supply. And they also both have an Ethernet socket. This Ethernet socket is to connect the two speakers together. You don't have to use this, but it allows you to enhance the bitrate and thus give you a slightly better quality audio when using a streaming service that supports it. We've also got two rear-facing bass ports and a little bit of ventilation at the top of the speakers. The master speaker is where all of the connectivity happens. We have got a button for Bluetooth pairing. We've got a button for master and slave pairing, which also appears on the other speaker as well. We've also got a reset switch, an optical input, a 3.5mm auxiliary input. We've also got an output which you can run to a subwoofer. And then we've got an additional network socket or Ethernet socket on the master or right-hand speaker, which allows you to connect this wired to your home network. You can connect these completely wirelessly. You don't have to have this plugged in via Ethernet, but I would suggest doing so. There's also a 5V 2A output for USB, which you could use to charge an external device. And then of course we've got the Ethernet socket on the master speaker for connecting it to the left-hand speaker, and also the same power input. Let's cover off the main specification of the KEF LSX speakers. The dimensions are 240mm high by 155mm wide and 108mm depth. The amplifier output power on the lower frequencies is 70 watts and on higher frequencies is 30 watts. They weigh in at 3.6 kilograms or 7.9 pounds, and the slightly lighter slave speaker comes in at 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds. You can connect up to 8 devices into the memory via Bluetooth with a 10-meter range. They also feature dual band 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz Wi-Fi. The driver in the front is the UniQ array driver with a 19mm aluminium dome. There's also a 115mm magnesium aluminium alloy cone in here as well. Resolution support for your audio is up to 192 kHz 24-bit, and that of course depends upon the source that you're using. The frequency range is really impressive for the size of these speakers, 49 Hz up to 47 kHz. And if you don't want to sit them on stands or either side of your television, you can get mounting inserts for actually mounting these to the wall. Now, you don't have to use the Ethernet sockets to connect these two speakers together. I must reiterate that. You can get these up and running purely by connecting them to a mains power source. Now, during my testing, as I mentioned earlier, my main use case scenario has been twofold. Firstly, for listening to Spotify. I've been connecting to these and streaming via Spotify Connect, and it's worked absolutely superb. One of my favourite artists or bands is Black Eyed Peas, and I've been listening to a lot of it, and wow, the sound that these produce is all-encompassing. The bass range, the mid-tones and the higher frequencies all delivered with conviction, and they sound absolutely superb. I cannot believe actually the quality that these produce wirelessly. I am amazed, very, very pleased indeed. Now, my second use case scenario was to improve the audio in my television. Whether you spend £500, £1,000 or £2,000 or more on a flat screen TV nowadays, audio is often a secondary feature. The speakers aren't that great. And a lot of users then invest in either a full surround system, which means running a lot of wires and having an amplifier as well, or a lot of users look to invest in a soundbar. And I've tested many soundbars here on the channel and have never been that impressed. They have made an improvement, but I haven't been 100% happy. Placing these either side of the television, just tucked behind in my use case, has really given me a good stereo separation. Vocals are very, very clear, and when I've been watching movies with these connected, wow, so much better than a soundbar. And obviously it goes without saying, better than the built-in speakers in most television sets. So these are the KEF LSX. I think they look absolutely superb. I've got them in white here. They're available in a range of different colours. These have got a gloss finish to them on the top and the sides. All of the other colours in the range, as far as I know, come with like a cloth type wrap to the sides, which makes them a little bit different and also makes them more aesthetically pleasing if you've got different decor to what I have. I can really recommend these. They look absolutely stunning and have delivered a performance far above my expectation. Thanks very much for watching. Please do check out the link to the KEF website and the KEF LSX speakers down in the video description. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.